What's up, everybody? I'm Tam. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's hard to find. I can't even find my own channel because of the title. Thousands of things pop up. So if you don't subscribe, you may never hear from me again. So anyway, today I wanted to focus on borderline abandonment, and I want to look at it from an interesting angle. So I was working with this girl a couple of summers in a row with this summer camp type deal. She was about 9 years old. People say you can't diagnose BPD until 18 or 21. They're an adult. I totally disagree with that. And if we don't start diagnosing at a very young age, and I'm driving, by the way, so you might hear a little background noise. Then how are we going to help them to heal? Who wants a turbulent adulthood? Sweet girl, but just attention seeking. So I told her, I said, look, you are highly intelligent. You have a lot going for you. I need to start hearing some positive things that you're doing for people, for your classmates, for yourself. And so then we started having these quick little 1-minute sessions, and she started telling me positive things, and I never heard the teachers complain about her ever again. And she would now her stories were far-fetched. Some people create fantasies with lies, or they make their life how they want them to look through lying. But still, the point was to get her to shift from getting attention in negative ways to getting her to get attention in more positive ways. So it worked. So the next year, I saw a whole different side of her. She's 10 years old now, and just huge attitude. The camp teachers are saying she is, she's disrespectful. If we try to correct her, she has an attitude and she'll do the opposite. She's refusing to do anything that we say. And so she just started getting into this super negative space. And I think when kids turn 10, something shifts in them anyway. Something happens with their hormones. It's like there's an eye-opening, a knowing. It's interesting. So I'm not even fully recognizing this girl, but I think it's because these teachers were negative. Not that I wouldn't be the same way, but it's just she's getting all negatives. Like, what are you doing? Why are you acting like that? I talked to her a couple of times. She had an attitude with me, not that bubbly, sweet, friendly, warm girl that I'd gotten to know. And so finally, after about the third or fourth time, and I called her mom didn't answer. She walks in, hands me a folder that they had written her up on some things. And she just has an attitude, and she looks at me and says, call my mom and tell her that I don't want to be a part of this camp anymore. Change me to a different one. The phone rings. It's her mother. I said, okay. This is your mother right here. Oh my gosh. I guess she was calling my bluff or testing me. I don't know. I want you to think of what I'm about to tell you next as abandonment. If you look at it from the lens of abandonment, how would you interpret this? So mom is on the phone. She's just told me that she doesn't want to be here anymore. Switch her to a different camp. All of a sudden, she starts crying really hard. I don't want you to talk to my mom. I don't want you to talk to my mom. She runs over to my windows. She starts raising up the shades. I guess like she's thinking of, how can I get out of here? How can I escape? I have a long table with boxes. She runs over and starts hiding behind the boxes, trying to climb in the boxes to hide. She's crying hysterically and turns all my stuff off. So I guess she was trying to make the phone hang up by stepping on that to turn it off. She's crying really bad. She's no, I'm like, come here, come talk to me. No, no, no. And she finally talks to her mom and is crying. And then she's like, I want to talk to my dad. And the mom is like, take me off speaker. Her dad is really not in the picture, which could also be an abandonment issue. Finally, we get off the phone and I start trying to help her calm down. Like, you know what? You're okay. I'm with you. You're all right. And her lips start shaking so bad, like totally uncontrollable. So for me, it says there could possibly be some abandonment issues. You told me that you want to leave, but that's not true. You're very attached to all of the people, and the thought of me talking to mom means that either mom is going to abandon her or she's going to have to leave the people that she's very, very attached to, even though she was trying to call my bluff or test out her own subconscious fear or theory. And when I counseled with her the year before, she really put herself in daily counseling, honestly. And it would be little quick 1 minute. She would come to me every single day. And it was like she just needed that 1 minute. And I felt then that she had some definite abandonment issues. A borderline wants a favorite person. Not that I'm her favorite, but it helps them when they feel like there's somebody they're connecting to. It builds safety. She would come and show me all the things that she knows. And just that, for some reason, her coming a quick minute every day really helped her to calm down, right? So I just thought this is really interesting that this child is waking up to abandonment fears, and they're intensifying, and they're getting really strong and more pronounced. A lot of people don't, even other therapists and counselors, because I did refer her to somebody that can work with her more intensely, but a lot of people aren't tapped into that abandonment fear and how powerful it can be and how it can be driving someone and how they make decisions, how they think, the acting out, the fears, the worries, the everything. That abandonment it steers all the behavior, and it's terrifying. And I wish it could be like, I wish I could tell her, you don't need to be afraid that people are going to leave you. They're not. But that doesn't work. Or does it? And now I'm thinking, have I ever just straight up, I probably have straight up told people I'm not going to leave, but I don't think that really does any good, because their hard wiring in their mind says, you are going to leave me. I'm not safe. You're not going to stay. And that's the tricky part. I mean, it's just like any fear that we have. If you're afraid of heights, if you're afraid of bugs, if you're afraid of cats, somebody can tell you all day long, this cat is very gentle. It's not going to hurt you. It's so soft and cuddly. And let's say it's even been declawed, so you don't even have to worry about it scratching the daylights out of you. People do not get over fears that way. So that's what we got to figure out and work on. How do we help people to overcome abandonment fears? And I was watching a YouTuber, and I asked her a question about that, because she says that she's a former borderline, and she said that she was watching something on TV or something, and I guess whoever the person was dating or whoever they were friends with said, okay, we're arguing with each other. I'm leaving. I'm done. And the person was like, okay, bye. And they didn't go crazy. And she was like, wow, I want to be like that person. I'm getting out my money, so you probably hear me. How how do I be like that person where they don't go nuts? Because she said, I would have blocked the person. Nope, you're not leaving. Where are you going? I would have started a big fight. And she said that was the beginning of her working on her abandonment fears. So maybe somebody with borderlines can tap in the same way. Here's something that you might want to, this might help you reframe abandonment issues a little bit if you experience that. I know me personally, since the pandemic, I feel differently. I feel more exhausted. I feel like there are relationships in my life that have shifted and changed. I just feel like things are not the same. Even from simply every time I'm like making a big grocery store order, something isn't available. That never was the case before the pandemic. I mean, from crackers to bell peppers. It's just things are weird still. I can find myself dipping into sadness or frustration a lot easier. It's so easy for me to tap into that. But I felt like God was telling me that you got to get your serotonin levels up. I have been working on trying to feel and be happier. And that takes enormous work. It's so much easier to wrap a blanket around yourself. It's much harder to work through that. And so that's what I've been trying to do. I may have an interaction with somebody that's not very good, and it just dips me back into a space real quick that I don't like. And what I do is I start saying all the reasons I'm grateful. And it works. And I am a grateful skeptic, I'm going to tell you. But just saying, I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so happy I have that. And I'm just thankful for this moment. And I really think I handled that pretty well. And I'm doing the best that I can. This is what I have to look forward to. Or, just really saying as many positive things as I can. So what I'm saying is you have to fight in any state of mind. Are you letting me go first? In other words, you have to find a dedicated way to fight it, to be dedicated to changing things and making things better and having some tenacity. And that is so difficult. So let us know in the comments if you struggle with abandonment issues. Check out my book, Flip the Script on Love. It's about love relationships. Make sure you subscribe, like the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.